When the civil war started in Congo, where my dad was working, they had a lot of wealthy people. So the rebels were targeting them because of the money they had. So almost each week at my dad's workplace, they had a funeral. So all these people will go to work and you don't know who will come back. So he was living in fear.
Dee's father would become president of an organization that financially helped those families whose husbands and fathers had been killed by the rebels.
So when the rebels discovered about this group, they wanted the money, and my father as the president, he refused. He said this money is to help people, it's not to go into the war. And so he was arrested. We had no idea where he was. And as it was in those days in Congo, if you don't see somebody for 1-2 days, they're dead.
But God had other plans. A security guard at the prison was a member of a family that had been helped, and he allowed Dee's father to escape.
So my father came that night, and then the next morning, he told us he's going to Rwanda to visit our aunt. And he went to Uganda for a whole year. We didn't see him, and we had to stay in Congo with my mother. So the same thing my father was trying to avoid for other family happened to us. And she started working from 6 in the morning up to 10, 11 p.m. But she did everything to keep us in school, to feed us. One of the memories I remember is when my mom would come back home. And if she had bags, that meant we're eating that day. And if she was empty-handed, we're not eating that day. But she never stopped.
The family would be reunited in Uganda in 2001, and 3 years later were sponsored by the Catholic Church to relocate to Cleveland, Ohio.
In Congo, I was a soccer player. In Uganda, I played soccer too. When we reached the US, I went to the high school and I tried out for the soccer team at Lincoln West High School, where I didn't have to try out. I made the varsity team. And one day when we were practicing on the track, so we're practicing and the cross-country team were also practicing there. So I started passing those guys. And that's when the cross-country coach at Lincoln West, he saw me and he just, we need you. And I'm like, you need me for what? We need you to run for us. And I'm like, okay, because that was my answer when I reached in Cleveland. Everything you say was like, okay, I just wanted to try everything.
After high school, Dee took his running skills to Denison University, becoming a 3-time All-American. While there, his attention turned towards competing in the Olympics for his native land of Congo. But more than that, he developed a desire to help the Congolese children, just like he'd been helped, to give them hope for the future.
Now, what if in Congo there's a kid who's even better than me, but they don't have a mentor, they don't have a coach, they don't have somebody to tell them, hey, you can run and be better. That's how Project Kiroche started. And I went back in Kiroche, July of 2012. I called all these kids, almost 300 kids showed up the first day. And they'll show up at my house at 3 in the morning. Let's go run, let's go run. I'm like, it's 3 in the morning. They'll just sit on the outside until 5. And then we'll go run and come back. And now I'm running, it's more for those kids. And then it's not only the running, it's not only the education, but it's a family. The war has taken so much in Congo. Those kids staying orphans, homeless. There's no future, there's no hope. But once you bring them God, you bring them hope, you bring them everything they need. So that's what we're fighting for.